Dear students, this is Dr. Ramya, Assistant Professor, JJ College of Arts and Science, Autonomous. Dear students, in this session, we are going to listen a story which is written by the great Indian novelist Amitav Ghosh, Sea of Popies. It is a novel by this great Indian novelist Amitav Ghosh, which was actually shortlisted for the Man Booker Prize in 2008. It is the first volume of the Ibis trilogy. Before getting into this session, we'll see a brief account about this great novelist Amitav Ghosh. Amitav Ghosh is an Indian writer and won the 54th Jnanpith Award in 2018, India's highest literary honor. He is the Indian-born writer, produced a wide range of novels in the genre of historical fiction. His fictional work centers on the Southeast Asian population, dealing with the identity crisis at different levels. Born in Kolkata on 11th of July 1956, Amitav Ghosh belongs to a Bengali Hindu household. He was educated at the Doon School, St. Stephen's College, Delhi University, and St. Edmund Hall, Oxford, where he was awarded a PhD in social anthropology. He has been a fellow at the Center for Studies in Social Sciences, Calcutta, and in 1999, Ghosh joined the faculty at Queen's College, City University of New York. He has also been a visiting professor to the English Department of Harvard University since 2005. Sea of Popies, the first installment of a planned trilogy, is an epic saga set just before the Opium Wars, which encapsulates the colonial history of the East. The second in the trilogy is River of Smoke, which was published in 2011. His other famous works are The Circle of Reason, which was published in 1986, The Shadow Lines in 1990, In an Antique Land in 1992, The Calcutta Chromosome in 1995, Dancing in Cambodia, and At Large in Burma in 1998, Countdown in 1999, and finally The Glass Palace in 2000. Amitav Ghosh's fiction is characterized by strong themes that may be somewhat identified with post-colonialism but could be labeled as historical novels. In 2007, he was awarded the Padma Shri by the Indian government. Let us see the main characters of Sea of Popies. Didi, the protagonist of this novel, Hukum Singh, Didi's husband, Chandan Singh, Didi's brother-in-law and actual father of Didi's daughter, Kabutri. Kabutri, Didi's daughter, Kaluwa, a low-caste ox cart driver, Sakari Reid, second mate of the ship Ibis, son of black slave and victim of racism. Next one, Benjamin Burnham, owner of the ship Ibis, Neil Rathenholder, ruler of Rakshali dynasty, Paulette Lambert, a French orphan, Jodu, who is also known as Azat Naskar, son of Paulette's nurse and friend of Paulette. Bhairo Singh, Didi's husband's uncle, Serang Ali, leader of the Laskar crew, half-art prisoner from China, and finally we have Nobakrishna Panda, the agent responsible for transport of indentured coolies. Sea of Popies begins with the conversion of a former slave ship, the Ibis, into a transport vessel. The ship will henceforth carry opium bound for China and indentured servants to colonies like the British West Indies. As the Ibis is outfitted, readers are led through the splendidly exciting cosmos of 1838 Calcutta. The bustling port city is the site of forbidden romance, disguise, deceit, courtroom dramas, and ritual sorties, etc. The ship's crew and passengers are actually the opium factory workers, American sailors, French runaways, Laskars, coolies, convicts, Rajas, and Sahibs that reflect Calcutta's cosmopolitan racial and socio-economic swell. Theirs is a polyglot world ringing with Pidgin, Jinglish, Ginglish, and the inimitable slang of seafarers, while the glories of their meticulously recreated lexicon may occasionally stump readers. The other was helpfully included a witty glossary. Now come to the story of Sea of Popies. The story begins with Didi, who is stuck in an unfortunate marriage. She has a daughter, Kabutri. After her husband dies, she sends off her daughter to stay with relatives. Things get more dire when Didi is forced to consider the Sati Pratha due to unacceptable family circumstances. In turn of events, she flees with an untouchable man. The next character is Sakari. He is an American sailor, a mixed-race son, who joins the Ibis in order to escape racism. However, the ship he is on is struck by misfortune. The evangelist, opium trader Burnham, owns the ship that is ready to get through the first voyage from Baltimore to Calcutta, which will be a misfortune. During the journey, many incidents take out the main experienced members. Sakari, helped by sailors headed by Serang Ali, becomes captain of the Ibis. The voyage takes a new route, the islands Mauritius. Another character is Neil Halder, a Raja of a powerful Indian dynasty, has to pay back his debts due to investments in trading with China. He offers Mr. Burnham his estates. Mr. Burnham asks him for the Zamindari Rakshani, but the Indian prince refuses because it is an ancestral family property. After the trial, the Raja is falsely accused of forgery and condemned to 7 years as a prisoner on Mauritius Island. He meets Afat, a mixed race addict, on the ship prison. Paulette is a French orphan adopted by Mr. Burnham and his wife. Thought to be more comfortable with Western culture, she is taught English ways, but she grew up in India and prefers her native manners. She has a best friend, Jodu, who is her nurse's son. When Sakari meets Paulette for the first time at Burnham's, they are immediately attracted to each other. Unfortunately, Mr. Burnham wants Paulette to marry his friend Justice Candlebushi. Paulette, disguised as a niece of one of Burnham's employees, decides to flee to Mauritius with her friend Jodu as a Lascar sailor in order to stay with Zakari. The story sees plot developments when Nab Kisin Babu, a Vaishnavite would-be priest, comes to believe that Sakari is an avatar of Krishna. As long as the journey continues, the ibis becomes a common shelter for all those who don't fit the rules of society and want to flee in exile. At the end of the novel, Halder and Jodu head for Singapore aboard a longboat, while Paulette, Didi, and Sakari head towards Mauritius. Thank you.